What is up, friendships? My name is Jo. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. Today we're going to be talking about the Netflix movies Cuties or Mignons. I'm sorry, I don't speak French. Je ne parle pas le français. If you don't know, what you don't know is a lot. Little Peter Mon quote right there. Outrage originally sparked after Netflix announced the movie's release on September 9th with a promotional poster and description of the movie. If you haven't seen the poster, it's a lot. And the original description of the movie was, Ami, 11, becomes fascinated with a twerking dance crew. Hoping to join them, she starts to explore her femininity, defying her family's traditions. Now, if that description right there, 11 years old, starting to explore her femininity with a twerking dance crew, isn't enough to make you go, qu'est-ce que la fuck? Then definitely the poster will get you there.
Qu'est-ce que la fuck?
Netflix responded to this initial backlash with this really weak tweeting apology. We are deeply sorry for the inappropriate artwork that we used for Mignons Cuties. It was not okay, nor was it representative of this French film, which won an award at Sundance. We've now updated the pictures and description. These are the updated pictures and descriptions. 11-year-old Ami starts to rebel against her conservative family traditions when she becomes fascinated with a free-spirited dance crew. Better, but not great. Now, personally, I don't see what was wrong with the original French poster for the film. I don't know why Netflix had to go and take it to this extreme. Because the original poster actually was kind of cute. It was just 4 girls walking down a street in like bras and panties, and it kind of gave me more an idea of the film than that picture. I'm not going to put it on the screen again, than that picture. Even after Netflix implemented its damage control, people still threatened to cancel their Netflix subscriptions worldwide, basically, and Cancel Netflix started trending on Twitter. And kind of everywhere else, really. However, Netflix decided it wanted to move forward with the release of this film and is now down $9 billion. And there are reports their subscription rate is actually down 8 times its normal rate since last month. Let's kind of guess why that might. I mean, Meghan and Harry might have something to do with it, but I kind of doubt it. Now, originally, I was not interested in watching this movie from everything that I heard online. Obviously, who would be after hearing what was put out there? So I decided to wait and have some of my favorite YouTube commentary channels do the dirty work for me because I'm a little bit of a bitch. However, once the movie came out on September 9th, I started to notice that a lot of commentary channels weren't actually reporting on the movie. They were just going through Twitter and watching different clips and reading different descriptions of the scenes in the movie. The problem with that is that the clips and descriptions that were circulating on social media websites depicted the darkest, most disgusting scenes of the movie, with no context whatsoever, and in this case, context is essential. So unlike most of my favorite YouTubers, I decided to do the dirty work and actually watch this movie. Yes, I sat down and I watched this movie. I didn't put it on my big TV, like on my regular TV, because I just felt uncomfortable. I watched it on my phone, which made it even feel more uncomfortable. I just could not get to a place where I was comfortable watching this movie. And to be perfectly honest, there were parts of the movie where I was just sitting there with my head in my hand like this. And I looked like this after I was finished watching it. I digress. Whoa.
Wow.
Now, I can definitely see why people are outraged and people are mad. And to be perfectly honest, I was going into this ready to just hate this movie, hate Netflix, you know, get ready to just tear this thing apart and, you know, bucket beside me. I'm ready to puke kind of thing. But the message was not at all what I was expecting it to be. And I think that this movie is much deeper and has more meaning than what the general public are currently giving it credit for. So I'm going to give you the basic plot. And if you've clicked on this video, then you probably know the basic plot already, but here we go. So Ami, 11-year-old girl, is moving to a new home in France with her Muslim family. Her dad doesn't move with them because he is away taking a second wife. We get to see her real struggle with having to accept her family's cultures and religious traditions, and we see how deeply it affects her to watch her mom have to go through all of these different pressures of having to be a woman in this society, and it is dark. As a result of her struggle with feeling that she has no ability to express herself, or her discomfort and her dissatisfaction with her culture, she begins to rebel by joining a dance crew called the Cuties, after Emmy steals her uncle's or cousin's phone. I'm not sure which one. I can't remember, and I don't want to go back and watch to see. She begins watching videos like WAP online and begins to emulate more sexualized styles of dance. In an attempt to bring her dance crew to the next level for the competition, Ami teaches twerking to the rest of the dance girls. As she progresses down this dark rabbit hole of social media and gaining popularity, she gets into a fight with a girl from an opposing dance crew. And in this fight, her pants get pulled down and she gets made fun of for having little girl panties. Later in the movie, her uncle or cousin finds out that she stole his phone and he tries to take it back from her. However, she's become so obsessed with social media and being liked and getting likes and getting followers and la 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 la. She tries to seduce him so she is able to keep the phone. Obviously, her uncle or cousin man is like, no, that's not cool. Stop doing what you're doing. Give me my phone. So she runs into the bathroom to take a picture of her Chin Chinaruru, her not yet Grand Canyon, if you know what I'm saying, and posts it online to prove that she is not a little kid. Because of all of this, there's a kid at school who slaps her ass and calls her a slut for posting nudes. She gets upset and stabs him in the hand. Because of all of this, because she's ruined the image of the Cuties, she's then kicked out of the dance crew. And her mom and her aunt bring in a priest or a religious man. I'm sorry, I don't know which one it is. And he says a very good line that I thought more people should probably take note of. He sits and he talks with her. She doesn't want to talk with him. He leans over to put his hand on her head and she's kind of like, don't touch me. However, he puts his hand on her head, says some prayers, I believe, over her, gets up and walks over to the mom and the aunt and says, I don't know what's going on in your marriage, but there's no evil here. Basically saying, you know, she's acting out because of the things that are happening at home, not because she has a demon inside of her. However, the mom and the aunt don't listen to this and eventually try to exorcise Ami, leading to one of the most disgusting scenes in the entire movie that had no use. It had no use. We'll just say that. So all of this pushes Ami to further rebel and almost murder a girl who took her spot in her former dance crew in the Cuties so that she can go on and perform the final dance with the Cuties. While she's doing this final dance, she realizes that this is not the life that she wants to have, and she goes home to her mom and talks it out, basically. And that's the end of the movie. Now, the major problem that I have with all these different commentary channels and everything, doing these types of reviews based on clips and descriptions is that most of them are doing a lot of their judgments on this clip going around right here. Sorry, this picture, this list right here. And understandably, by looking at this list, 99.99999% of people are disgusted. However, this tweet, again, like I said before, lists out some of the darkest, worst parts of this movie. And one of them isn't actually even in the movie. So the 2 male security guards stop the girls and one says, "But we're dancers and have a dance competition to get to," and proceed to twerk for him. He lets them go. This does happen in the movie, unfortunately. However, again, there is more context to it, but not much that would make it okay. The 4 girls are practicing for the competition. The scene includes them repeatedly holding and smacking each other's behinds while they twerk and pulling each other's clothing. Again, that's in the movie. And again, absolutely no need for it. The lengths that this movie goes to over-sexualize these children is ridiculous. We'll get to that in a minute. One girl takes a photo of her not yet Grand Canyon and posts it online. As I said in my synopsis, that did happen. But you don't see anything that she posts. You see the angle, you see what she's doing kind of thing. You don't see her genitals. A 5-year-old girl takes a turn at webcam sex. That never happened in the movie. The scene I think that they are referring to on this list is the scene where they are web chatting with an older guy and they're trying to convince him that they're an older girl until one of them turns on the webcam and throws it to her friend, making it look like her friend is just trying to seduce this older guy. Nothing happened. The guy instantly was like, "What the hell are you doing?" and closed his computer, and all the girls freaked out. Young girl tries to take a photo of a schoolboy's pickle. Yes, Ami does try to take a photo, or a video actually, of one of the guys in her school's ding dong. She doesn't get the video, you don't see anything, however this happens. A girl takes a used condom and blows it up. Again, this happens. I don't know why this one's in the film either, to be perfectly honest with you, other than to showcase how naive and young these girls really are. Like, she didn't even know it was a condom kind of thing, and you get to see like her pure embarrassment of her friends ridiculing her, saying she's gonna get AIDS, and then they go and scrub her tongue out. I honestly think they just put that scene in there so they could have that fun scene of them all scrubbing her tongue out for like the trailer or something, so it looked like a fun movie. That's my conspiracy. So yes, without context, those are all disgusting, and even with context, those are not acceptable or appropriate. The movie raises the question, where do we draw the line on sexualizing children? Should they be allowed to wear bathing suits to the beach? What about short shorts? What about tank tops? Blah, this, that, the third. And I will be the first to admit, I'm a little bit of a prude when it comes to young children wearing little clothing. However, I also believe that any human being should be able to wear whatever the hell they want to wear and be comfortable in that. It's nobody else's business what you put on your body. However, what I think people are not understanding is that there's a huge difference between a preteen choosing to wear a bikini to a beach and filming 11-year-old girls dancing like this and then putting it on a streaming site for millions of people to see. I can understand what the director was going for and what message she was trying to get across. Don't get me wrong, there definitely were parts of this movie where I was like, I don't want to be watching this right now. And it was just a level of uncomfortable that I don't think I've ever known before. And I think that the extreme over-sexualization of these girls was completely unnecessary. I think she could have gotten the same point across without having the camera pan in and zoom into their butts and to their crotches and to their bodies. It was too much, again, especially with the exorcism scene. No point in it. It was just...
unacceptable!
So I can definitely see why people are so outraged over this movie, but I can't sit here and lie and tell you that I don't think this movie has value or I don't think it's credible, because I do. I don't think that it is the nasty, disgusting film that people are making it out to be. I think it has depth. I think it has emotion. And honestly, I got what the director was trying to say, even though I disagree with the way that she said it. In addition to Netflix losing $9 billion, people are also calling for this movie to be taken down, and I have to start to question, does this encourage censorship? Should we be able to take something down off a major streaming platform because we are uncomfortable with it? Personally, I don't think that this movie should be taken down, because ultimately it is doing what it was supposed to do. It is starting the discussion. Look online, so many people are having such amazing discussions over this without attacking each other, and actually having open discussions as to why we think that this should be taken down or why we think that it shouldn't be taken down, and what that all means to us. So essentially, it is doing its job that it set out to do. It is opening up the conversations about child sexualization. Did it do it in the right way? I don't know. I don't think so. But I don't think it should be taken down. Now, if you want to cancel your Netflix subscription because of this movie, by all means, I'm not going to be, a Karen over that. Completely within your right to do so. You do whatever you feel comfortable doing. A lot of people are starting to question, should actual 11-year-olds be able to play these roles? Or should we try and get like body doubles or something like that to play these kinds of roles? Whereas some people will argue that you almost need the innocence of an actual child to convey the message of pain that these girls are going through. These girls are clearly too young to understand the long-term effects of being in a film like this. However, I do see the argument of needing almost the childlike innocence to be able to properly convey the hurt and the pain that she's going through, like with her mom and with bullying and with the girls at schools and trying to fit in and discovering who she is, kind of thing. I understand that. But I don't think they should be filmed dancing like that. Again, I believe they could have made the points of this movie that they wanted to make without filming the girls dancing like that and being over-sexualized the way that they were. Should the parents be held accountable for allowing their children to play these kinds of roles? Personally, I think yes. As an adult, I can go and walk on the street and be totally fine. However, I can also start an OnlyFans or something like that, and if I start to blow up, I also understand that there could be somebody on the street who goes a little bit crazy, if you know what I am saying. CSI did a whole episode about it. Whereas these girls don't understand that because they are so publicized, because they specifically are being pushed out to the public, that something could happen to them specifically. Their parents are supposed to understand that, and I feel that they kind of let their kids down in this instance. Because now they are exposed to a lot of people who may not have their best interest in mind. And to that end, Jeremy from The Quartering here on YouTube actually released a video called Cuties Spikes Netflix Cancellations by 800% and shocking new dad on who watches it. I will leave that video linked down below if you want to go watch it. However, in this video, he uncovers that Cuties is number 1 and number 5, I do believe, trending searches on a porn website. So, there's that.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
I cannot emphasize how inaccurately Netflix advertised this movie and what an injustice it has done for the movie and for the director, who is now getting death threats, which is not okay. Please do not threaten anybody with anything ever. That's not cool. It left me thinking, and every creator that I've seen online who've actually watched the film are starting brilliant conversations about children in media and how that affects them growing up. But I also can't deny how uncomfortable I felt while watching this movie. I guess in conclusion, I do suggest watching this movie if you do have that kind of spark of curiosity like I did to know what it was about. Don't watch it if you don't have a good stomach. It is disturbing, but it is nothing like it is being portrayed in social media right now. To be perfectly honest, I really don't know how to feel about this whole movie. I don't know how to feel about the whole situation. Should it get canceled? Should it not? I don't know. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, because I would love to hear the discussion continue on. I really would. It's an important discussion to have, and I think more people need to be talking about it. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on TikTok. I think those are the two things I have. Sure. Remember to like the video if you did like the video. Please do not attack anybody. Please, if there are any comments, I highly doubt there will be, but if there are, don't start fighting with anybody. Don't get mad at me. I'm literally just trying to put out my take and my thoughts on this whole situation. I honestly think it's not okay, but at the same time, I understand where the movie is coming. I'm just very confused about this whole thing, so let me know what you think. Again, like, subscribe. It gives me warm, fuzzy feelings on the inside, and God knows that I need warm, bloody fucking feelings on the inside right now because this movie made me feel so gross. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.